Hello, everyone. It is January 19th, 2025. I hope absolutely all of you have stuck to your New Year's resolutions. I'm curious as to how you keep yourselves accountable as far as that goes, whether journaling, whether it's vlogging, blogging, or just kind of keeping things in your mind as you go day to day. Anyway, I certainly have not kept any promises to myself. I started this particular channel as an accountability channel with the hopes that I can make myself a better man. Things have not been going well for me the last few months. I've been unemployed. I am middle-aged. I am overweight, and I was bound and determined to make things better brick by brick, but I have done little and less to do anything to make myself any better. So perhaps I can utilize this video to better verbalize what my goals are for 2025 so I can visualize them a bit better, and maybe actualize them a little bit better. And perhaps if you're in the similar boat, you can do the same. But before I go into any of my goals for 2025, I figure I will add stories within my vlogs. I am doing this because my vlogs are kind of pointless. They are like Fountainhead. It's just the top of my mind. I turn on the camera and I go, and here's a story to match the weather we are having today. As you can see, it's dark and dreary. It's kind of like gothy out, but it was kind of mild temperature wise, and a little bit earlier when there was a bit more sunlight, it looked kind of like a scene out of a vampire movie. There was a bit of romanticism involved. It just kind of looked cool. I like that scenery. Temporarily, it just resonates with me. It takes me to another place. It looks majestic to me. So one day I encountered a day much like it was today, and there was a parking lot, a small one, which led to a paved walking / hiking trail. I would call it more of a hiking trail because there were hills, so on, etc. So I park there and I get out to enjoy the mild weather and the hike as well. And it's not too long, but I keep on going, and I tell myself I'm just going to go to the end of the trail. There's a shopping center at the end of it. I went in, I bought like something from the dollar store, something along those lines. I come back out and I'm like, all right, I'm going to make my way home. It's a nice walk. And what's beautiful about hiking or walking is on one side you are in the woods on a paved trail and you get these beautiful glances of wildlife and the outdoors. And then on the other way back, even though it's the same trail, you're treated to a different point of view of the same thing, and it looks amazing. I love that. I always love that like bounce back effect. But I start my walk and I'm really enjoying everything. The air is just so crisp. I really like it. I feel like I should be playing the Smiths in the background or something like that, or the Cure, some kind of like dark, like punkish kind of music in the background. It feels good. I feel young, and I notice in my peripheral that there is a gentleman behind me. He is at a 45-degree angle, and he's probably a good 3-4 paces back, so fairly close. So I slow down my cadence a little bit, hoping that he will pass, but he doesn't. So I look back again and I see a better view of him, and he has these glassy eyes. He's staring ahead, and I'm thinking maybe there's something seriously wrong with this guy, but I'm reassured because he doesn't look very threatening, which doesn't mean anything, but he's dressed very business professional. So he has a white button up and a sweater pulled over that. So not necessarily the most comfortable attire for a walk like this, but I could see it happening. Maybe he's on a lunch break or something like that. I don't know. So I keep on walking, and anytime I encounter somebody in a hiking area, I always do my due diligence. I always say hi. I say something. I try to start a conversation, and I do this because we're both enjoying the same hobby, and I want you to know that you are in a safe space. I'm a kindred soul, and we enjoy the same thing, so we probably have a good amount in common. So let's enjoy this walk. And then I usually leave that interaction there. But he wouldn't do that. And I kind of like nod my head when I look back again. But once again, he's staring straight ahead. He's not even looking at me. I can't even catch this guy taking a glimpse of me, and that is a little perturbing at this point. I'm a little frustrated. I no longer enjoy my walk, and I got a ways to go, so I keep on going. I try to whistle while I walk, just trying to invite him to be a part of this, and he won't do it, and he will not pass me. I'll slow down, I'll speed up, and I notice he's not too far away from me. And maybe at the furthest point, he's probably like 8 steps away from me, but he's pacing me, he's following me, and I'm uncomfortable. So finally I see my car in the parking lot. I'm the only car there, and I decide I'm going to walk very quickly to my car. I'm speed walking at this point. I just want to get away from this guy. I want to go in my car and I want to go home, and he ruined my entire walk. I get into my car, I open the door, and I lock it, and I turn to my right, and there's the guy on the passenger side attempting to open the door. I always am very good about locking my door as soon as I get in, no matter where I'm at. He can't get in, and he doesn't try to pull it hard or anything like that. He just kind of gave it a go. It did not work. And he kind of stands at the side of the car, looking in. I roll down my window slightly and I go, "I'm sorry, sir, I can't help you with anything." And he kind of looks blankly at me. And then I ask him, "Would you mind taking a couple steps back so I can pull out, please?" And he does. And I pull out and I go home, and I look back and he's still standing at that parking lot, and I don't know whatever happened to that guy. I tend to think my hypothesis is as follows. I think maybe he was mentally ill. I think maybe he had a caretaker. I think he was confused, and I think he probably thought I was involved with his care to some degree. Alternately, was on some kind of medication and he was tripping out, but he was non-violent, non-confrontational, and non-threatening, but it was still very scary, and couldn't only imagine if I was like a female or something in that position. I would probably freak out. Anyway, that's the end of that story. So nothing like too crazy, but kind of weird. I have some weird stories. I think a lot of lone wolves do. People see you as an individual, and you're approached by the weirdest of people, because they're not going to approach it back, but they'll approach you, I guess assuming you need company or something along those lines, or maybe you're prey. I have no idea. My goals are as follow for 2025. I weighed myself this morning, 233 pounds. It is just over 22 weeks, just under, 22 weeks before the beginning of summer. I would like to lose 30 pounds by this point. I need to get a job that provides good work-life balance, because I had not had this previously. I had worked entirely too many hours, and it was very unhealthy. I would like to build a strong social circle, which involves a litany of friends that are good-natured and fairly healthy of body, spirit, and mind. And I would like to get a significant other. Do you know where I can find one? I just want to enjoy scenarios with a person. I like watching sunsets, sunrises, going on walks, enjoying a nice meal, a nice adventure, so on, etc. I want to explore that with somebody at this point in my life. I think it would seem very nice to do that with. So wish me the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. That is my entry for the 19th. Have a good one.